Welcome back, guys. And so we got a little top 5 for you. Oh, yeah.
In no particular order.
It's going to be a good one.
Last episode we did, in no particular order, our favorite chips.
And that was very controversial and spirited debate. So this one...
We brought a nice bounty before us.
Yeah, this one should be just as good, I think, and a little bit of positive diversity. Although I feel like there's going to be kind of like the sun chips in the last episode was a comment from pretty much everybody. I feel like there's going to be one cereal in this list that is going to be on everyone's list, probably but mine. I feel like Cinnamon Toast Crunch is going to be a winner across the board, but we'll see.
Fuck you.
Okay.
So yeah, we're talking about cereal.
Let me delete that off the list.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say it was going to be on mine.
That's
Okay, so
we're talking about cereals, top 5.
That's in the intro,
and,
fellas.
I'm going to go ahead and
all right, Mike, start us off.
I'm going to go ahead and start it off, guys.
Any honorable mentions outside looking in?
So my honorable mention is a favorite of mine as a kid. I haven't eaten it in a long time, but it's got to be Frosted Flakes.
Ooh.
The Tiger.
Ooh, they're great.
Way to go with the box on that one.
Yeah. They're sweet. They're just good. Shit, I might buy a box next week. Who knows? But that's my honorable mention. As far as my top 5, in no particular order. Actually, you know what? Fuck it.
Particular order tonight.
In a particular order.
Dang.
We're going to change things up. This is 2024, guys.
New mic.
It's a new me. I'm 40 years old.
You're a man now.
I'm feeling a little frisky.
Mike's a man. He's 40.
I'm feeling a little frisky.
Frisky and 40.
So,
40.
my number 1, okay, and this one here...
Does that
wait.
Wait, you're starting with the number 1 first, and then going to worst of the 5, or how are we doing this? What are you doing?
I told you, I'm fucking turning things upside down.
Okay.
Okay, my number 1. This is my number 1.
Okay, so your overall favorite.
My overall favorite. Okay, here you go. It was something that they had on the shelves years and years ago.
It must be.
It wasn't very popular. Okay, it wasn't very popular.
Okay.
It went away.
Obviously.
Okay. Now it's back, and it's back with a vengeance. All right.
Okay.
Oh.
And I loved it back then, and I love it now. Mm-hmm. And my absolute favorite is. You're gonna have to wait because I'm gonna give you number 5. Oh, gotcha!
Wow,
I reeled you in there. Number 5 is going to be s'mores. The s'mores cereal, I think, with a little bit of milk, the s'mores, it just hits right on your palate. It's a very exquisite, cereal. I like it. Number 5. Number 4, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That might be your top 5. I mean, your top 1.
It's not.
It's my top 4. Okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like it. Cinnamony. The milk after you eat the cereal and you drink the milk is probably one of the best tasting milks, like after cereal milks.
And breast milk.
Sure.
You know what my bone to pick with Cinnamon Toast Crunch is stuff? Remember when we were kids? They used to have 3 chefs on the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they got rid of 2 of them. Why?
Now they had the one with the big chin. They had the fat one.
One got canceled.
When they window.
He got canceled for sex related things.
They went from 3 to 1, and that just kind of bothered me.
When to become one.
So maybe they were trying to compete with Chef Boyardee
for that.
Good
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's
you did not make my top 5
song that Patrick was just singing.
Number 3.
The best Spice Girl song, actually.
To become one.
To become one.
Yeah.
Time.
You leave it
Time.
And to become one.
That's that you need
I was waiting for a fist bump.
So number 3, guys.
I thought you were holding on a microphone for me. Here you go.
Go ahead, Mike.
Number 3. This one is a very good one for me. It's probably my kid's favorite But for me, it comes in number 3, and it would be Lucky Charms. The marshmallows.
I'm just gonna delete my whole list.
The marshmallows are like the best part of the cereal.
Oh, without question.
I think
my kids only eat the marshmallows.
The newer version of that cereal has more marshmallows in it than they used to, I believe, that I can remember. So that makes it even better. But yeah, really good. And then they change it up for like St. Patrick's Day, and they make them green, and they change it up for different holidays and stuff, make a different color.
They add like different marshmallows at times.
Different
It's like,
marshmallows.
oh, we have rainbows in them now.
Yeah. So that's pretty
Also
cool.
gay sex.
They keep
Relax.
they keep it fresh, Sean. They keep it fresh. All right.
What else does rainbows remind you of?
Good luck.
Rain in the sky.
My number 2.
How
Okay.
did they get the rainbow? I didn't get an email.
My number 2 was, or I should say, is. You want to keep it the fucking together?
No, apparently not.
My number 2.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. My number 2. I've been fooled all my life. I thought it was my number 2, and it is actually not. And let me explain. Okay. What? Look, you're probably as lost as some people here, but let me explain. Okay, so all my life I thought my number 2 cereal was Honey Smacks, right?
Okay.
Oh, but wait.
Honey Smacks, right?
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I
Okay.
know where you're going with this, but go ahead.
So I was eating Honey Smacks. I would get it. I would ask my mom to get me Honey Smacks all throughout my grown life, right? Adult life.
Over. Golden Crisp.
Okay. And the other day, I say the other day, this was months ago, I go to the store and I'm looking for Honey Smacks. Couldn't find Honey Smacks anywhere on the shelf.
What?
So
With the post route.
So I see the Post Golden Crisps. Okay.
Fuckers.
And wait, hold on.
Cool mascot.
And I said, well, they're very similar, right? They're very similar cereals. Let me get this one and try it out. And I brought it home. I poured my milk. I got them nice and soggy. I like my cereal soggy.
What?
I
No.
do. No, I like it soggy.
Milk before or cereal first?
No, I do cereal and then pour the milk.
Okay.
But then
That's
I let
a
it
debate
sit.
for its own.
But then I let it sit for a little while.
Oh, man. Patrick, please don't tell me you put the milk first.
No.
So I had a bite of the cereal.
Oh, yes, soggy smacks.
Of my soggy
Crisps.
Golden Crisps. And game changer. In my mind,
Love the frog.
fuck the frog. I'm done with the frog.
He's
It
like the-
sucks.
Smacky the frog.
It absolutely sucks compared to Golden Crisp.
Mike liked the bear in the snug shirt better.
And the bear in the snug shirt took the number spot, and that will be the only honey type, crispy, whatever fucking cereal you want to call it in my house. So that was my number 2.
Not going to disagree with you there, man.
My number 1, and I alluded to this earlier.
Actually,
good.
before you go there, though, I
Right.
actually have a funny story about Honey Smacks.
Go.
Wait. Golden Crisp.
Golden smacks.
We used to have like this little musical Christmas ornament of it was a stuffed animal that when you pushed its stomach of the bear in the snug shirt, the Christmas hat, you played music. One
I
day,
thought it pooped out a fucking.
no, but one day,
Crisp.
Michael Scalise used to have the little Grand Cherokee that he drove. One day, I went out with him one day and I saw it sitting on the floor in his truck, and I was like, "Oh man, I have the same thing." And he starts laughing. That motherfucker stole that thing from me. It was a little.
That's an awesome looking ornament. Oh, it's mine.
It was the fucking Golden Crisp bear in this little snug blue shirt with his Christmas hat.
That's
Mike
hilarious.
starts laughing. He stole the thing from me.
So like took it off our tree or like
No, he was on a tree. I think he found it somewhere in our house and took it.
So that is Michael Scalise.
Michael Scalise.
Michael Scalise, if you're listening,
Return that immediately.
The bear was on the sauce.
not cool, dude.
this exact the same model? No, this exact one.
No, this exact one.
So, yeah, this one cereal went off the store shelves for a long time, came back, and my favorite and my number one, and it is French Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Yeah, the cinnamon toast crunch and the French toast
Yeah,
crunch.
but they're two totally different
And
cereals.
Mike's top 5.
Totally different cereals. Not, I mean, it's the French Toast Crunch look like little French toast.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
It's man.
It's not the
I
Wheaties. It's not
suggest
the
if you've
Wheaties
never
with
had
Bruce
it.
Jenner on the box. Huh?
If you've never had it, I suggest you go out and get it. And that's it. That's mine.
All right, I'll go next. I have 2 honorable mentions. Number 1 is Honey Nut Cheerios. Could eat it by itself.
The OG.
With cereal, it's still great too. No problems there. The other would be Rice Krispies. You pour the milk, listen for the snap, crackle, pop. Not a great tasting cereal.
Another cereal with cool mascots, though.
Oh, yeah.
Snap Crackle
Not the best tasting cereal, but it was cool. Plus, it made sound effects, so that's why I got that.
myself.
Number
Now, do you know? Wait, before you continue, they made a version of the Rice Krispies with marshmallows in it.
Yes,
And let me tell you, that
Well, there you go.
was
they're good.
They're
good.
They were like a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah. Well, they're good. So my number 5, Cookie Crisp.
You fuck.
The cereal was good, but it was more about what it did to your milk once it got through and got done with what it was doing.
Before you go any further, though, Patrick, I'm piggybacking on what Travis said about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you remember, the original box for Cookie Crisp had the Cookie Crook and the Cookie Cop on it. They later added Chip, the dog, who was like the Cookie Crook's partner.
Yes.
Then it eventually just became Chip.
Yeah.
They did away with the Cookie Crook and the Cookie Cop, and I
Hashtag
feel like that was in bad taste.
focus groups.
Right next to his French toast.
Well, now they got a freaking Howlin' Wolf on the box. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, Cookie Crisp number 5.
Cookie Crisp.
Exactly.
All right.
And that will forever be ingrained in my mind. It's like, when you say Cookie Crisp, the first Cookie Crisp. Number 4,
Rest in peace, Cookie Crook.
Lucky Charms. I love the flavor was good. The marshmallow was what sold it on me. No questions there. Number 3 was Fruit Loops. Good taste, but same thing. What it turned your milk into was the best part for me.
Wait. Fruit Loops also has one that has marshmallows.
Kids love that.
I haven't tried that, but I've looked into it.
Game changer.
Okay.
It's a fucking game changer.
That's in my house year round. Fruit Loops with marshmallows.
Okay.
Number
2, Frosted Flakes.
2.
It's simple. I would take a tablespoon of sugar and add it to the Frosted Flakes because I was just getting high on the supply.
God damn.
Yeah, right. I was so jacked up on the sugar and like that, but
I'm ready to go test.
Yeah. That.
I used to put like sweetener in regular cornflakes to be healthier,
Yeah.
and it was nothing close to frosted.
Honestly,
it tasted just like shit in a bowl.
yeah, like cornflakes and
cornflakes.
cornflakes and Frosted Flakes, kind of the same style of like cereal, like in terms of like shape and I guess taste, but the Frosted Flakes obviously were frosted, so they were better. And number 1, and again, I said it was going to be controversial because it's very boring, basic, and vanilla. But just like plain yellow Lay's, it's one from my youth that I just got latched onto. No, Corn Pops. Corn Pops.
I thought you had corn flakes, so
No.
At least corn pops have a little bit of flavor to
it. They do, but most people generally don't really care for them. They're not bad, but it's not going to be any kid's favorite cereal because it doesn't have marshmallows, it doesn't have a cool color or anything like that. But I just remember like always going to them and having that taste, and I loved it.
And if you remember corn pops, and maybe they still got it. I haven't bought them in a while, but they used to have like the foil bag.
Yeah,
some
of them still do. So yeah,
plastic bag.
Just for the sake of the pod, to recap: Cookie Crisp at 5, Lucky Charms at 4, Fruit Loops 3, Frosted Flakes 2, Corn Pops number 1.
Okay. Be nice.
I like that.
Sure.
I like that list.
Sean,
Yeah.
hopefully you.
I have to go next before y'all just name all the
No,
ones on my
Sean,
list.
Sean, the idea is you can have overlap.
I know.
It's okay.
Todd and I will
I'm
probably
definitely gonna have different ones.
Well, yeah. I mean, mine will be easy. Let me delete Frosted Flakes.
I don't know.
No, don't delete it. You can leave it.
I
If it's in there, it's
Well,
in there.
no.
I don't think anybody mentioned any one in my top 5
Lucky
yet.
Charms, Corn Pops were a good one.
So wait, if you say something, I have one of y'all.
No, I got some good ones. Let me delete Cinnamon Toast
I
Crunch.
got like 9 on my list now.
Let's call Cinnamon Toast Crunch number 5. Then, okay, yeah, because then I got 4 on this list still. And I guess, all right.
So wait, that's your number 5?
Sure. Number 5 is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Cinnamon toasty ass.
Let's go with
I'm just kidding.
number 4, because I ate a shit ton of them. Frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah,
I don't know why. That was,
it's a good one. I love mini wheats.
I can say, too, if you want to throw a grind to my gears, I always hated cereal that floated when you put the milk in and it, like, all overtopped off the side of the bowl. It's like, I like the sinking cereal. You know what I'm talking about?
That's very specific.
Like Fruit Loops or Cheerios. You put too much milk and it just starts spilling over the side of the bowl.
Okay.
Like inner tubes, dude.
Like Kid or two.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
Yes,
like fucking
exactly the same.
The movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The dude's just
Yes.
Lions get the dub.
Over.
Dan fucking Campbell.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Okay. I won that under, by the way, by flying colors. Anyway, all right. So Frosted Mini Wheats. Yep. Those were ones like I would actually eat dry, like put them in a cup
yeah.
and like eat them like popcorn
Yes.
watching a movie. All right.
Or you can be like Brian Bankston and steal one of my coffee mugs and eat cereal out of it.
See, that's Honey Cheerios for me. I eat those.
Yeah.
I eat those by themselves on the regular just because they're good carb snacks for you.
I've consumed enough Honey Nut Cheerios in my life. Yeah. The next, I don't know how specific it is, but it's like pretty much the only cereal I eat nowadays. Like, I get different ones, but it's Special K. Because I have the ones with like the fruit in them, fruit and yogurt, strawberries. Yeah, one I have at home. I should bring for a taste test. I have the pumpkin spice one I buy every year. It's got like little chunks in it that are almost like pumpkin yogurt chunks in it or something.
And it's gone.
The Special K high protein is very good, but it's also like if you've ever had kashi.
Yeah, I was about to say it's way better than kashi. It tastes like cardboard.
Yes, but it has a lot of fiber, and it will absolutely
My
clean
parents
you
were
out.
obsessed with kashi for a while, and that shit was like
Uh-huh.
eating paper. But it's high in protein. I'm like, I bet, because you're eating freaking tree bark.
Right.
So then I'll go with the number 2 here, because I used to eat a shit ton of it at my grandparents' house, and then I was obsessed with it for a while.
This is number 2.
Number 2, Honey Bunches of Oats.
No.
Yes, you want.
That could segue. With one Honey Bunches of Oats, kind of granola. Did they have like kind of granola
I
chunks
thought
in
that
it?
was going to be your number 1.
Yeah.
Yes, but no, Sean.
Yeah. But anyway, number 1, and I'll say, because I have more to add to it, is not just Cookie Crisp. It's because I had a small fucking portion in those Bobby's World Pops. I'm not Pops, Pogs, that came in the Cookie Crisp for a while. I had like a tube. There were Bobby's World Pogs that came in Cookie Crisp.
Bobby's World was abnormally large feet.
Gee, Bobby, don't you know?
Yep, and that was like, I mean, not like I wouldn't buy the cereal for that, but that was like that and loving the cereal. You just rip one over there. But who said about how it changes the milk and everything? Patrick did.
Yes.
The Cookie Crisp. Yeah, I remember that. I would like the second bowl better than the first because it was like chocolate milk the second go around. And it's funny, I'm looking at the pictures with the wolf and all that kind of shit. I don't remember a cop being on the box and stuff like that.
Sorry, how do you not remember that shit?
Top in the burglar, and then they added the dog.
So you like Google it, like all the old school boxes came up?
Yeah, but the only ones with the wolf was coming up. Let's say Cookie Crisp.
Oh.
I need to Google that specifically. Let's see.
Google Cookie Crook and see what comes up.
Cookie Crook. Hamburglar.
Look, here we go. Hey, there he is.
What is that?
Oh, okay.
What's that?
There's an old school box though.
Cookie
Oh,
Crisp.
they have the cop and the crook right here.
Yeah.
And then see later on, they eventually added chip to the box like that, and that's what the old school chip looked like.
Oh, okay. I think I do remember
We talked about one day, at a certain point, getting, a WW brand look tattoo on us. I think we should get drunk one night and all get an old school cereal box character tattooed on us.
Yeah.
I mean, who would you end up going with? Shit, like
Shit, the Golden Crisp Bear might be my
you always used like the Trix Rabbit.
Chris
Too.
Rabbit. Yeah, he was cool. The Golden Crisp Bear might be my favorite. Yeah. Crackle from Snap
yeah.
Crackle and Pop was tight.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle, and pop on my ass.
I'm gonna wait for Patrick to come back.
I mean,
though, 'cause
it's
I
not
need
cereal, but I
Patrick
might,
in here
I
before I start
might
naming
get
them.
like a Keebler Elf on my,
Well, I guess I'll go then, and I'll kind of move some of mine down, to the, to my honorable mentions. I actually have 9 on my list because I started out and I just kept going.
9.
So look, I'll throw out. I'm just gonna throw out
9 times.
I'm just gonna throw out the ones that were already mentioned here. I'll keep those as honorable mentions. First one, Patrick mentioned Honey Nut Cheerios. Like Honey Nut Cheerios is one. Like if I'm going any type of Cheerios of the frickin' bazillion they have, usually I'm bringing home Honey Nut Cheerios. Again, let me just say too that we sent the text earlier when we said we were going to do this, and I said the reason why I said cereals now or in 1974 making the Billy Madison joke is because my taste in cereals over the years as I've gotten older has definitely changed. I used to be like a huge Trix, huge Apple Jacks, huge Cocoa Puffs fan as a kid, and like now I just don't really have the taste for a lot of those sugar cereals anymore. So mine has shifted more towards that like grainy kind of look, and that's why I'm actually more of a granola guy. And we Todd and I lost this battle before this podcast started today that granola is not considered cereal, but most of my mornings consist of granola eating. Honorable mentions for me, like you said, Honey Nut Cheerios would be one of them. Michael already said Golden Crisp. Golden Crisp is also one of mine. Honey Kicks. Honey Kicks is on there.
Honey Kicks, not just Kicks.
Wait,
Honey Kicks.
Honey Kicks?
Not just the regular brand of Kicks. It's the regular kind of Kicks. It's called Honey. Honey variety of Kicks is going to get an honorable mention for me. And then let's see which other one's probably not going to make my top 5 here.
Count Chocula.
I guess my other honorable mention would be Golden Grams.
Yeah, that was a possibility.
Golden Grams. Taste delicious, just like eating a graham cracker.
Yeah, I like those a lot.
Shit, now I just thought of another one I probably need to put in here.
Am I going to steal one of us? Say an honorable mention would be Cocoa Puffs for me.
Hold on.
Travis
just made me think of another one that I don't have in here that I probably should.
So just like pouring milk on top of graham crackers. That's one. So just to recap here, honorable mentions for me will be Honey Nut Cheerios, mentioned by Patrick, Golden Crisp, mentioned by Mike, Honey Kicks, and Golden Grams. Now jumping into my top 5. Number 5, I'm going to go with one that doesn't really exist anymore, which it bothers the crap out of me because, it's a variety of Raisin Bran. So we see Raisin Bran and Raisin Bran Raisin Bran Crunch on the shelves. I used to really like Raisin Bran Extra. I don't know if y'all remember what that was.
I've never had that or Honey Kicks before.
So
I've never heard of Honey Kicks.
Raisin Bran Extra.
You lived in a different house. You didn't know that? No.
Raisin Bran Extra
It had to be when I wasn't living with them. All right, go ahead.
Raisin Bran Extra used to be like Raisin Bran Crunch, but they used to actually have yogurt bites in them. It was freaking delicious. So, but it hasn't been on the shelves in a few years. So that'll come in at number 5 for me, Raisin Bran Extra. Number 4, I'm going to go with one that Mike just showed a picture of to me, and it's my lone real sugar cereal that's on my list still, that one that I still do have a taste for an adult, and I think it's mainly because it's a seasonal cereal. It comes out around Halloween time. I'm going to go with Frankenberry. Frankenberry will come in at number 4. As I said, it's still, I'm not a huge sugar cereal fan anymore, but Frankenberry's still one because it comes out around Halloween time that I'll make the exception for and usually buy every year.
So they had a series of them, right?
Yes, and I'm sure Todd's going to probably have one of them on his list. Number 3, I am going to go with a Kashi cereal. And this is much similar to Sean's mention of frosted mini wheats. It's actually Kashi Cinnamon Harvest, and it is a shredded wheat cereal that's cinnamon flavored. And like I said, it's very similar to the frosted mini wheats. I actually have a box at home right now. It's one of my go-tos when I go to the grocery. Number 2.
Oh, so real quick.
Yep.
How many boxes of cereal does everybody normally buy? Like just one at a time, or?
Well, I mean, me and Jessica go to 2 separate groceries, so I usually get one from Whole Foods when I go, and Jessica will probably get like 2 from Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, because cereal is like a big thing at our house, and we're buying cereal like it's going out of style. So we'll like if you go in my pantry, I probably have 6 or 7 different cereals at one time.
I usually have 2. One of them is usually like a Kashi type cereal, something a little bit better quality, more fiber, protein, whatever the case may be. And then one is, actually, okay, I'll take back 3. One like Kashi healthy cereal, one more for flavor / taste cereal. And then I always have Honey Nut Cheerios because that's more of put it in a Ziploc bag as a snack, especially for me since I drive for work a lot. I don't get a chance to obviously eat unless I want to sit down at a restaurant. So, yeah, I have Honey Nut Cheerios just because it's snackable while I'm driving or on the road like that. But normally 2, the Honey Nut Cheerios is just like a snack cereal kind of thing for me.
We usually keep probably about 4 in the house at a time, and it's usually because of just the 4 people in the house. Like the kids, we usually have two sugar cereals, which usually consist of probably Cocoa Pebbles and Fruit Loops, and those are the ones my kids usually eat. And then we'll usually have like a type of Raisin Bran and an Akashi cereal.
Also, I don't have kids, so it's just me and a roommate. So, yeah, I wouldn't have like multiple boxes of cereal.
For one person.
I mean, I bought like the pumpkin spice because it's limited edition. I bought like 3 of them at one time. But, you know, they're still sitting in my pantry.
October and November.
All right, so anyway.
All right. So that was my number 3 was the Kashi Cinnamon Harvest. My number 2, which I am shocked that nobody's mentioned yet. Maybe Todd will mention it. I don't know. But Life. Life cereal is freaking phenomenal.
Game of Life?
Y'all don't like Life cereal?
Little bit.
I never was into it.
That's one of the ones that pretty much stays stocked at my house. You know, Heather likes it a lot. I like it a lot. It's definitely, you know, in the rotation of the usuals.
I mean, it's no Mr. T's, you know, but that Pee Wee used to eat in the movie.
So my number 1, and I'm gonna go back to you know, my grandparents' house and my dad's mom.
Oh my God!
Hold on. Always used to buy a cereal called Corn Bran, which it was you know, these kind of puff squares. They've kind of slowly gone out into. Hold on, they're all laughing, but they're slowly gone kind of out of existence. But when you go, Todd mentioned that he buys a box of cereal at Whole Foods. Whole Foods sells a brand. I think Winn-Dixie has small varieties of this, but sells a brand called Puffins. And Puffins is essentially Corn Bran cereal, except it comes in different flavors. So I just mentioned that I like the Kashi Cinnamon Harvest. I'm a cinnamon cereal fan. My favorite is Cinnamon Puffins. That is my favorite cereal right now to this date. It reminds me a lot of the Corn Bran I ate as a kid at my grandparents' house, but it's got that cinnamon flavor to it.
And high in fiber.
I'm sure it probably is.
So before we recorded this episode, I kind of posed this question to a bunch of my friends while we were watching soccer early this morning, and one buddy did, I think, put Puffins as his number 2 or number 3. No one else at the table kind of really knew what it was, and they're like kind of Googling it to see what it was. And I knew of it, but I don't think I ever had it. But Puffins it's not obscure, but definitely not something like everyone's heard of.
Yeah, like I said, I think you went to use the restroom, but why I posed that question of cereals now or 1974 joke was that my tastes have kind of moved on from the sugar cereals to more of like the grainy, healthier cereals, and now it's mostly buying stuff like Kashi cereals or Puffin cereals. So Puffins comes in at my number 1, the cinnamon kind.
Colon Blow from Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
How much fiber is in Colon Blow?
So that'll round out my top 5.
All right. One's kind of I have 3 honorable mentions. I have a separate one that's kind of a joke because, I mean, we kind of discussed whether or not granola was going to be a cereal or not. But when I go to Whole Foods, I always buy this. I have it in my pantry right now. It's purely Elizabeth Pumpkin Cinnamon Granola, and it's pretty phenomenal. It would definitely make my top 5 if it was a cereal.
But it's not.
What the
So,
fuck is that?
But it's not.
So I just want to throw that out there, purely Elizabeth, if you're listening. I love your pumpkin cinnamon granola.
I'm going to try that. It
Hey,
sounds delicious.
listen, Bare granola, Bare Naked granola
And
is
purely
amazing,
Elizabeth Lady
I already said
But-
that cashew and cocoa is my favorite of all time.
but not a cereal. It's a fucking granola. Carry
so
on.
since granola is not a cereal, I just threw that out there for kicks and giggles.
That's
And since I'm on Kicks topic, Travis mentioned Honey Kicks.
professional.
One of my honorable mentions is Very Very Kicks.
Where's your sound effects on that?
All right, I can have it later.
Yes, I remember that one though.
Very Very Kicks. I mean, if you remember, like it used to have like the little triangle berry things, but
Yes,
then they
yes, I
eventually
used
changed
to
it
like those.
to just the balls, the purple balls with the Kicks. But it goes back to my childhood. Kicks was actually one of my favorite cereals as a kid, and of course, when they incorporated the Berry Berry ones, they were just better.
Well, they still sell honey, Todd. So if you haven't had the honey kicks, go try
I've never had them. Like I
them.
didn't even know they
I
existed.
believe the Rouse is right by the Y sells them.
I did like Kicks, even though they were a floater, probably.
So Berry Berry Kicks, one of my honorable
They used to
mentions.
float out the bowl.
I'm gonna kind of piggyback on Travis and Patrick on this one as well. Honey Nut Cheerios. It's kind of it was one of my go-tos as a kid. Probably the best kind of Cheerios out there.
A good mascot. Yeah.
Cool little mascot to be. Honey Nut Cheerios is another honorable mention. And plus, it lowers your cholesterol too, Patrick. Did you know that?
That's why I snack on it, because it's heart healthy.
Oh, yes, heart healthy cereal.
It's clearly working for me.
As we ate 7 bags of chips today.
Yeah, and drink copious amounts of alcohol.
So,
Yeah, Lip is a
Berry Berry
different
Kicks,
story.
Honey Nut Cheerios, and honorable mention. My last honorable mention is debating on whether or not this one should even be my top 5 or not, but it's Cocoa Pebbles. I mean, who doesn't like Cocoa Pebbles? It's nice and crunchy. Turns your milk chocolatey. You drink your
I was
chocolate
saying
milk after.
Cocoa Puffs was an honorable mention.
That's in my pantry pretty much year
I mean,
round.
it's got the
It's one
fucking
of my-
Flintstones on the box.
Kids'
That Barney Rubble sitting there
favorite.
with his
Yeah,
little,
Nobody
his
said
little
Fruity Pebbles. I mean, come on.
Barney Rubble sitting there in his woolly mammoth coat. So those are my 3 honorable mentions: Cocoa Pebbles, Berry Berry Kicks, Honey Nut Cheerios. Now in my top 5, I'm going to start my 5th one with a nice discontinued cereal. Travis, I know, probably enjoys this one as well. I'm actually surprised it's not in his top 5. And it's going to be Clusters.
Yeah, Clusters is
Do y'all remember Clusters?
Clusters is phenomenal.
It was basically like
Clusters of what?
Wheaties slash.
Got like a squirrel in
It
the
was like
box.
Wheaties slash cornflakes, but it was like honey flavored, like cornflakes
Nut clusters.
with like nut clusters in it. And it had a squirrel in the box. It was really good.
Clusters were like really sweet. You know, so it was like you had your cornflakes, but you had a little bit, kind of like Frosted Flakes a little bit, because you had your
Yeah.
cornflakes, but it had a lot of sweetness.
But instead of like sugar on it, it was like honey coated cornflakes with nut clusters.
Yeah.
Go
Very
Google
good
it, Patrick.
I vaguely remember this. Well, yeah, I need to
Much
kind
like Honey
of.
to Swine.
They,
Go Google it.
they had a squirrel in the box.
Really, really good cereal.
No,
All right.
no clusters or honey kicks or
Yeah, I do know. Okay, looking at it now, yes, I know what the clusters are. Yeah,
Number 4, I'm going to go with the cardboard in the cardboard box. And it's one of my current go-tos. And that's the OG Kashi Go Lean Crunch.
it's great cereal.
I mean, I love it.
It fucking runs through you though.
Protein packed. I think it tastes good.
What are you eating all that Kashi for?
I like to eat it all the time, man.
It's good. It is very high in fiber.
Listen, as you get older, your tastes have to adjust in
That's the
cereal.
colon blow.
You know, you can.
I mean,
continue to
occasionally
eat
I'll
cereal.
get like the almond and flaxseed one, but it just doesn't compare to the original Kashi Go Lean Crunch.
Yeah.
Number 3 was Travis's number 2, Life. And actually, I didn't even have this in the top 5 until Travis mentioned Golden Grams, and it just kind of made me think of it. I guess because it's a square shape and it's a good.
Someone else earlier, like my group of friends, mentioned Teddy Grahams, and I was like,
Ooh.
I would
Teddy
love to.
Grahams
I feel like Teddy Grahams were, yeah, they had
Like
cereal
graham
too.
But they had cereal though.
Did they?
Not
Yeah.
so.
They
They had the crackers. They had cereal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up.
Okay.
I know they had
Teddy
the
Grahams.
little,
Teddy Grahams are freaking delicious.
Yeah, they are.
With
They're like little hardened graham crackers.
Especially the honey flavor. I believe honey is coming up a lot here, but the honey flavor is like,
Oh, they're gone.
they're
God.
What are
And
Teddy
they're just so
Grahams?
cute. They're little cute little
What's
honey
that?
bears.
Scab.
gone.
The life, I mean, it's just like sugar on the inside. It's got the little orifices when you drop it and the milk comes through it. Oh, it's so good.
It sinks. Sean, you like
Yes.
that?
It sinks. It gets all soggy, but it's still got that sugar taste to
I
it. Oh.
apologize.
What?
Yeah. Fuck you, Mike.
Fuck.
I remember they did. Let me
So
see.
Teddy Grahams does
Sure
have
do.
a cereal.
Yeah.
Does it still exist?
Probably not.
Don't knock over the sniffer.
Don't worry. I already did once.
I did not know that. I was today years old when I learned that Teddy Grahams actually had a cereal.
Yeah, I remember the Golden Grams and the Teddy Grams. I don't remember which one was better, but I do remember both of those.
So
And again, as big of a Kicks fan as I was, I
Target has it for $4.39.
Snap those up.
Let me just
Well,
throw out
Walmart
Cosmic
also
Granny cereal sucks.
advertised the Sun Chip sweet potato ones, and I could not find them today.
They have cocoa ones too.
I haven't seen those in a while. They still sell the sweet potato sunship?
I tried.
I was-
When you mentioned
You might have
those,
to Amazon those.
He said they were available. Said they were available online.
Yeah.
But
when you mentioned those, I tried to find them. I still have not found
Because
them
I can
yet.
buy these like by the case off of Amazon.
I mean, well, you can also buy from
Maybe
communal
I can buy
hosts.
them from Amazon.
I can also buy communion wafers off of Amazon.
let's not start this conversation.
Until they're blessed, are they just coasters? Or?
Next, I'm telling you right now. Next recording, I have some gifts for all of you.
Holy shit!
By the way, my child flips over
Don't tell me
coasters
you
and
bought those
draws
things.
I
crosses
feel like
on
I'm
them.
going to get struck by lightning if you bought those things and I got to eat them. They're being blessed.
That's part of it.
Yeah, they have the Wasted Wagons logo pressed into it.
Oh, I know a baker. I can get a WW branded on the fucking communion host.
Let me just say, my child flips over coasters and draws a little cross on the bottom and pretends they're hosts. Just like some mom stuff. I was like, you're not far
Does
off.
she draw the cross right up or upside down?
No, just the straight up plus sign.
Oh,
How it looks on the host. If they're not authentic, if they're from China, they're just plain. They don't have the
If you're
cross on
listening,
Oh, they're not listening anymore.
them. You heard me? The ones from China don't have the cross on them. They just
oh, Kellogg's honeybees.
That's Pooh Bear.
Yeah. All right, who?
Oh, I'm still on number 2, man.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so I just did Life as my number 3. Number 2, Cap'n Crunch peanut butter.
Ooh.
I mean, it's without question, it doesn't tear your mouth up like a regular Cap'n Crunch, and it's peanut butter flavored.
Can't take the whole
I
Cap'n.
I haven't had those in a long time.
and they still make them, and they
Captain
usually
or
come in,
Cap'n Crunch.
they usually come in a gigantic ass box, and it takes you a while to finish them. But Cap'n Crunch peanut butter, cool little orange box too.
Muffins also makes a really good peanut butter one too. The cinnamon's my favorite, but
They're not as good as Cap'n Crunch peanut butter though. Number 2, Cap'n Crunch peanut butter. Number 1, Travis and Mike were both talking about the monster
Can I
cereals.
put money on this? I knew what your number one was going to be.
Oh, without question, I talk about this shit all the time, and I'm pissed off because they release these monster cereals every Halloween, but it's usually just Frankenberry, Count Chocula, Blueberry. But there's 2 others that they release like every couple of years and don't fucking release it every year, and it's Fruit Brute, and then my favorite, which is like an orange creamsicle flavored Fruity Yummy Mummy.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite cereal. It is so good. It is so God.
Your wife just mentioned that while I was outside getting a slice of pizza. We're talking about. She's like, "How y'all guys doing?" I'm like, "We're almost done the episode. We're doing top 5 cereals, blah blah blah." And they both Heather and Jessica mentioned like, "Oh yeah, there's this like holiday." Thanksgiving Halloween cereal that they like and this and that. So they were talking about this right before, and I had no idea.
Monster cereal.
Yeah.
If you never had them,
I don't remember having.
blueberry.
I think I've had I think I've had the blueberries, but the other 2 that he just mentioned, I don't think I've ever had those.
Count Chocula.
I've had Count Chocula,
used
yeah.
to be year round. May still be, but they got rid of the other ones like Blueberry, Frankenberry, Fruity Yummy Mummy. They don't have them year round anymore. They just bring them out at Halloween time.
but I remember like they when they released it. It was just probably like 6 years ago. They released it. Target was
I bought
selling
like 4 boxes of them.
Target was selling them and advertising it, and they even had the old school box. Like now they have like new crazy designs where are like 3D looking, but then they used to have the old. They released it and they had the old school box, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm going to Target and getting it. When I saw it, it was like instant erection, man. It was like, and it tastes the same. It just brought me back to my childhood, and it's like this shit was so good. Why did they stop making it? But Fruity Yummy Mummy, my number one. I actually have his. I tried to get the Funko Pop of Fruity Yummy Mummy, but they're like astronomically expensive. So I do have the Funko Mystery Mummy of the Fruity Yummy Mummy.
So while I was looking at cereals, I saw this one with this crazy name. They're called Freakies.
What? Never
They don't make them anymore, but they were really big back in the day. Freaky Trees.
I've never seen that before in my life.
Does anyone remember Kaboom?
Freeze.
Does anyone remember Kaboom with the clown on the box?
Yes.
Kaboom.
I remember the name.
Kaboom.
Yeah,
There it is, Kaboom.
You see that one? They got a similar look to a monster.
Yeah, I
cereal.
vaguely remember that.
That one had marshmallows in it. How about this?
Mr. T.
No love. Yeah, I mentioned those. That's the one from Pee Wee.
Yeah,
He's like,
Pee-wee.
Francis!
Waffle.
hey, no love for Apple Jacks? Or
Pee Wee Herman's get some shout outs on this show.
Hold on a second. There was one I remember from back in the day.
Mainly because he died.
There was one I remember from back in the day.
Batman.
And it was the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves cereal that was pretty
Oh, what
good.
about the Swedish Chef cereal? That was a solid.
Oh,
yeah.
that was really
Swedish Chef
good.
Stars, yeah.
Oh, they were stars. I remember that.
Yeah.
Shit.
It was
Yeah.
very limited time.
Yeah, I ate plenty of
Chef
that.
on the box. Chef Muppet.
They had a Batman cereal that I think reminded me a lot of corn puffs.
Do you remember that? The Robin Hood Prince of Thieves cereal.
I remember we bought
What
it.
is it?
a few
The
times.
Robin-
It was
looks
like
like candy corn.
It was arrows.
Yeah, I do.
It was good, man.
I know we had.
I didn't remember the box looking like that though.
But it was. Didn't it come out around the time the movie came
Yeah,
out?
it was for the movie.
Yeah, there's always gimmicky shit. I mean, I've seen Elf on the Shelf cereal, and I threw it out there.
Yeah.
You know, Cosmic Brownies.
Fruit Brute.
My child loves Cosmic Brownies. Got the cereal. It tastes like dog shit. So I
Vaguely remember that.
Fruity Yummy
I
Mummy.
remember Fruit Root.
Fruit Brute didn't make it as popular as the other ones. But
Fruity Yummy Mummy, man.
that was some good cereals mentioned. We had some unique ones, but a lot of them tended to kind of cross in our top five. Not surprised. Some of the OGs like Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Honey Nut Cheerios.
Frosted Flakes.
Just get a picture.
But I think we can all agree, based off of everything we said here, that the OG boxes with the original cartoon characters
Oh, yeah.
were the best.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, Cookie Crisp. Why did you get rid of the Cookie Comp and the
Patrick-
Cookie Crook?
While you were gone, or you exited the room briefly, we said in addition to getting a Wasted Wagons brand looking tattoo after 1 year, we're going to get drunk one night and we're each going to go get a cartoon cereal box character tattooed on us.
Yeah.
Different one of your choice.
Can I just get the Tasmanian Devil and call it a day?
Well,
Did I just get a Tweety Bird right here?
was there a cereal with Taz on it? If not,
Possibly.
It was probably a Looney
You know what?
Tunes.
You know what?
Probably
Fine.
like a steak
Fine.
stand
I'm
variety.
gonna get the fucking Teddy Graham
At some point they were.
There you go.
I'm sure.
be small.
or the fucking Captain Crunch or the fucking rabbit from
Tricks.
Tricks. Yeah.
Okay.
Why did
Me
we?
and Mike might have to fight over the post Golden Crisp.
There you go.
So wait.
Looney Tunes back in action cereal.
So we're getting tatted up for episode 7. So let's
Wait, we just said
well,
a year.
I mean,
We said
I think-
a year anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think if we're doing that, then I've made my decision that I got to get the OG Fruity Yummy Mummy on me.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah. No
So
one mentioned honeycombs with Pinky and the Brain on the box.
so
Well, they had the little coked up looking dude on.
so for our year anniversary. So basically in August we're getting tattooed.
Yeah.
We're getting Wasted Wagons tattooed.
Yeah.
And apparently now we're also getting.
Yeah, this might come later. It's just going to be one night when we're extremely sauced up. Maybe it's going to be after the train ride to St. Louis. Who knows? but it's going to happen. We're going to
So you mean to tell me my first tattoos are going to be a fucking Wasted Wagons
and a
theme thing and
a cereal box
and a
character.
cereal box character.
Captain Crunch or a Teddy Graham. Yep.
Fuck getting a tattoo for my deceased father.
You can all
And
say
fuck
that.
getting a tattoo for anything else important in my life.
We gotta-
I'm getting.
Well, I'm probably
You can
going to get a
always say
tattoo
no.
for my deceased father pretty soon. So if you want to come with me then, we could do that.
Hey, you can always say no.
Don't give in to peer pressure, Patrick.
Way to be,
Okay.
way to be a team player,
Yeah.
Colin.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Shit, I forgot we were still recording for a second. Fine. You know, Todd, when you go to do that, let me know. I will go with you, and we'll see
Let's do it.
what I want to. If I get something small and simple as a start before we venture onto this
Look, I've
stupid shit.
already had that. I've already had that design planned for a while.
Okay, thank you. Bye.